the other half of this equation, and he said it tonight, like his wife is at home. Meredith is at home waiting for the birth of their first child. We know of the few things that we know for certain about Scottie Scheffler, he's going to be an awesome dad, and he's going to put his family first. And that's always a challenge for a player in this particular situation. I mean, we've seen it time and time again where you can be dominant and you have to be really selfish in this game to be a dominant player. It's a selfish game to begin with. And if you're going to be that good, you have to spend a lot of hours by yourself on the range, working, trying to get everything absolutely perfect. So when you show up at the Masters, you look like Scottie Scheffler did this week. I think Scottie, more than anyone, can juggle that. He seems to have probably the best head on his shoulders of any top player I have seen. I mean, even before Tiger Woods, because let's face it, in retrospect, Tiger Woods had stuff going on in his life too that we didn't know about. It will be a challenge, though. So I will concede to you the idea that this is a Tiger-like run, and I will concede to you that I fully expect it to continue. Like there's nothing in his body of work that suggests to me that he's running up against a wall or that he's ready to slow down. But there are things that make me wonder how much can he continue to add to this legacy the way he's done so far?
Isn't it amazing, Rex, that a human life, a baby, a new child who is coming in the next few weeks could disrupt a Tiger-like run? If Scottie Scheffler has craved anything,
well, I don't like to say that, though.
I know.
I hate to say that.
But it is a significant life change, and I think it's significant, Rex, because of this. Scottie Scheffler has craved consistency through his entire life and through his entire career. Just look at the stable of people who have surrounded him. He's clearly a devoted family man. He talks about his parents in every press conference, his sisters who travel with him to countless junior tournaments. He shouted them out in the green jacket ceremony. Like they are extremely close, and they have continued to be close. He has worked with his swing coach, Randy Smith, since he was 7 years old. Randy Smith's son is Blake Smith, who has known Scottie his entire life and is now Scottie Scheffler's agent. He made the decision to just recently, last summer, last fall, move to Phil Kenyon. And that was a huge shakeup because it showed no ego on Randy Smith's part. And he was bringing essentially a new member of the team into the fold. And Scottie Scheffler did so, saying because Phil Kenyon was open-minded. But that took a lot of trust. That took a lot of, I think, open-mindedness from the entire team. And now, over these past 8-9 months, they have welcomed a new member of the team, and that has remained consistent. A life change, welcoming your couple's first child. I didn't even mention Meredith, who they've been together since high school. I mean, this has been a very stable life that Scottie Scheffler has enjoyed. It's just interesting to think that this could all be disrupted, at least paused, suspended, maybe a temporary hiatus during one of the best runs that we've seen in the next 15 years. I'm not saying it. I mean, he could potentially win the PGA Championship by 10 shots. Who knows? But it is interesting that this life event is being thrown smack in the middle of it.
Yeah, and I don't like that. Like that makes my skin crawl a little bit because I mean, anybody that's had kids will tell you like welcoming them into your life is one of the best things that can possibly happen to you. And I'm sure Scottie.
No, it's just interesting from a golf perspective that this is happening now.
And again, this goes to the idea, and this is not specific to Scottie Scheffler or any other top player. You got to be really, really selfish to do this for a living. You have to be even more selfish to become world number one and to win major championships. I will say we can't run sound from the press conference tonight. I wish we could because it was the question you asked and you just referenced it. And it was such a good answer that he gave. And your question essentially was, how did you come to the idea of bringing Phil Kenyon into the camp? Because you're right. That had to be a hard decision. That had to be a tough decision. And Scottie sort of laid it out that it was on a plane ride home from East Lake last year, the Tour Championship. And he turned to Blake and he said they were kind of thinking the same thing, that maybe I need to go see someone. And from there, everything grew. That we talked about it a lot at the Ryder Cup and into the fall and into the new season. And I'm not saying that Phil was a savior because my guess is Scottie Scheffler was still going to be Scottie Scheffler. But I don't know that he would have been this version of Scottie, because this version, we've said it time and time again. If he puts average, I like his chances to win. If he puts well, he's going to win by 4 like he did today.
That's exactly what happened over 72 holes at Augusta National. Scottie Scheffler was 22nd in the field in strokes gained putting that is above average, and Scottie Scheffler won his second green jacket by 4 shots.